Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed various kind of preposition and its uses. In this class also we will discuss about preposition and its uses, because preposition is not a one-day business, and we will discuss various sets of preposition and its various uses, where to use, make its appropriate use and its function. And I have given you more than 12 sets of preposition and its uses in the class. You try to see the video in the class. On Monday's class we will try to do with example. So till then you watch the video and try to understand the differences among it, and if you have any doubt and query you can ask me on Monday's class. Till then you watch the video and try to make out the difference between each word of preposition and its accurate uses, and where to make it place it in its appropriate place. So students, in the previous class we have discussed some sets of preposition. So again for this week also we have we will be dealing with preposition. For that I have taken some sets of it to show its uses, and also to show you the difference and where to use, how to use, and when to use it. So first set is beside and besides. You have to see that there is only a difference of a letter, but if you don't understand it properly, you will mess up with this two word. So তোমালোকে দেখিছা যে ইয়াত দুটা word দিয়া আছে, beside আৰু besides. এটা শব্দৰ পাৰ্থক্য, কিন্তু এই শব্দটো তোমালোকে properly জানিব লাগিব যে ক'ত হেতু আমি implement কৰিব লাগিব। প্ৰথম শব্দটো ইয়াত আছে beside, B-E-S-I-D. This beside means by the side of. কিবা এটা বস্তু যি কাষত থকা বুজায় হেতু হৈছে beside. আৰু সেকেন্ডটো আছে besides, B-E-S-I-D-E-S, besides. This indicate that in addition to, আৰু ইয়াৰ উপৰিও, তাৰ অৰ্থটো হৈছে ইয়াৰ উপৰিও যদি আমি কিবা, তাৰ উপৰিও যদি আমি কিবা এটা বস্তু লওঁ তাক কোৱা হয় besides. Second example to মই তোমালোকক দেখুৱাইছো among আৰু between. Among to আমি ক'ত ইউজ কৰিম আৰু between শব্দটো আমি ক'ত ইউজ কৰিম. Between is used in regard to two person or things. So যেতিয়া দুটা বস্তু আৰু দুটা মানুহৰ মাজত ডিস্ট্ৰিবিউশনটো হয় তেতিয়া তাত আমি between শব্দটো ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিম. While among is used in regard to more than two person or things. Among to আমি তাত ইউজ কৰিম য'ত more than two person or things, দুটা মানুহ আৰু দুটা বস্তুৰ দুটা বস্তুতকে যদি বেছি থাকে তাত আমি among শব্দটো ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিম. Then next comes in and into, where we will use the word in and into. See, in and into, in is used in regard to rest, okay, which is inside, but into for motion inside. For example, you can say that they are sitting in the room. So they indicate some group of people. They are just ideally sitting in the room. Teoloke room to ideally bohi ase without any work. So that indicate a kind of rest. So in that case we will use the word into. But in see the difference between in and into where we will use when the thing is in motion. For example, she rushed into the room. Tar room to le dhopoliyai goise. So dhopoliyai jetia goise ba khorgoi goise, ta eta motionot goise. So juntu khetrot ba juntu kamot kiba ta jodi motion শব্দটো tat motion জড়িত হৈ থাকে তেনেকুৱা ক্ষেত্ৰত আমি into শব্দটো ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিম. Now coming to another word, another pair of word, over and above, where we will use the word over and where we will use the word above. See, in case of the word over, we will use that word over, and over to indicate that something is at a higher level. So over and above, both the word is used to mean that something is at a very higher level, but above denotes a vertical height, while over implies a motion. Okay, over always implies a motion, and above it will denote a vertical height in it. For example, and when you use the word over, you have to always remember that over is something which sometimes we use in case of a case of something covering up or something like that. For example, you can say that with an umbrella over my head I was trying to cover myself from the rain. So in that case you can use the word over. Also you can use the word over in case of age, number, amount. In that case also you can use the word over. So coming to next pair of word, that is to and towards, you have to always remember that we have to use the word to in case of a proper direction. When you use the word to, you have to remember that we use the word to indicate a proper direction. That is, for example, I'm going to school. You are now going to nowhere but to a proper direction, to a proper place, that is to a school. So to indicate a proper direction. Towards, it may not be a proper place. Okay, for example, I was going towards the market. It may not be to the market. So when you are not going to a proper place, you have to use the word towards. Coming to the next word, since and for. Where do we use the word since and where do we use the word for? Since is used with point of time, where actually it starts, and for with the period of time, for the whole period of time. To indicate the whole period of time we use the word for, and since we use just to indicate the point of the time. Next, coming to another word, off and off. Where do we use the word off and off? Now coming to next set of example, off and off, you have to remember that we use the preposition of of to indicate something, something relating to some other kind of things, or concerning out of. Okay, if you relate to one thing to another, then we have to use the preposition of. Then another preposition off, of, we use to indicate something which is away from the place, or something so as to remove from it, or the thing which is used to separate from it, or stop from its functioning. In that case we use the preposition of. For example, you can take in case of any electrical device, we use to say that please switch off the TV. So in that case we use the word of. Then coming to another set of preposition, in and within, where we use the word in and within. For example, if I give you to fill up the preposition in this sentence, I shall return dash a month. In that case of sentence, you can use both the word in and within. In is actually used for the just end of a period. But if you use the word within, it means before that time period. Now coming to another set of example, another, beneath and beyond, where we use the word under, beneath and beyond. You have to always remember that under is used when something is directly under it. When something is directly under an object, at that point of time you use the word under. And where we use the word beneath, so beneath is the more literary word of the word under. You have to remember that underneath, we use the word underneath to say that some thing is covering that object which is underneath that particular thing. So that indicates underneath. But you have to see that beneath you can't use in a scale purpose. The difference between below and beneath, if you go through the difference between below and beneath, you have to see that below we use it in case of scale and measurement. For example, you can say that captain is a rank below the major, or you can say that his mark is below average. In that sector, or in that case, we use the word below, but you cannot say that his mark is beneath average. So beneath you cannot use in terms of scale or a measurement. Okay, then when we go to the example under. So what is the now difference between underneath and under? Under used to mean in some cases under is used to mean younger than. For example, you can say you can't go to the pub if you are under 18. So in that case also you can use the word under, and also to indicate something which is directly under. Then again beneath, where you can indicate beneath you can use the word to indicate that something is at a very lower position. Okay, beneath you can use the word where the word is followed by an object or a noun. Where there is an object or a noun, you can use the word below, but sorry, beneath. But below you can use uh, to indicate that you don't need exactly a noun or an object to indicate the word below, but in case of beneath it is always followed by an object or a noun. So in case of below, you don't need such nouns or any object to indicate it.